You know that feeling when you're doing something and then you suddenly realize, no one's making me do this. No one's paying me. I could literally freaking be anywhere that I wanted to be, but I choose this. Whatever that moment is for you, or was, if you can recall it, that moment, it's not just a feeling, it's coherence. It means that you are discovering that you are in the exact place at the exact right time. And it is exactly how you know that you are not following a program anymore. You are following truth. And I'd like to welcome you.
Love is the only truth. Everything else is a story we've been told to forget it.
So in this video, what I really want to do is I want to teach you how to be able to recognize that moment. That moment when your system shifts from old patterns into embodied alignment. So that's why we're here today. Because once you know how to feel the difference, go beyond the analytical mind here, you stop needing the motivation, because motivation is fleeting. It does not last long. Oftentimes you will notice that you'll watch some of these videos that are motivational and, get off your ass and you can do this and one more rep and blah, 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 whatever the case may be. But then all of a sudden, maybe you get off the video or you go down a different rabbit hole, or all of a sudden you just don't seem to ever do the thing that you were trying to motivate yourself or get motivation to do, because it was there and then it was gone. And you don't have the discipline to put yourself into motion, because motivation, again, is fleeting. It is never enough. And when you realize that, then you start moving from resonance. The brain is a map, and the heart, the intuition, is the compass. Yes, your brain is freaking brilliant, but it is also built to process the past. It wires itself based on what has already happened. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Wow. Excuse me a third time here. Let me Okay, I think we're good. It wires itself, because it is malleable, based on what already happened. So it is really, really great at a few things here. It's great at predicting, comparing, judging. You freaking judger. Just kidding. I judge sometimes too, because that's what the brain does. And it's really good at running mental simulations to try and keep you safe. And the reason I say simulations is because almost always, not even almost always, always, the threat isn't real. It's an illusion. And your brain is really good at making these mental simulations and building these stories. It has a lot to do with your DMN, your default mode network. But when it comes to vision, to creation, to that thing that we call inspiration, I feel really inspired right now. That does not come from this thing's map, okay? It does not come from the brain's map. That, my friends, inspiration, it comes from the heart's signal. You can say it's how the universe speaks through you. It's God's voice, if you will. My butt freaking itches, man. That's why I keep moving around. I need like a cushion. There is a cushion over here, but it's tied to the chair, so this little bench thing just might not be the the way, you know what I mean? So, moving on. Your heart, it is not just a symbol, okay? Your heart is literally a freaking brain. Not just metaphorically. No, really, it is. Inside your chest is a second neural network. Most people, especially in neurology and neuroscience, those kinds of things, they just interpret what is in the brain. And they forget that the gut and the heart also have neurons. And I believe it's somewhere like 40,000 sensory neurons in your chest, in your heart. They do not process time, they read the field. Your heart must be open to hear God. to truly hear God. Most people think that they're hearing God, but it's ego, not God, not the universe, not source, not the energy that is all creation. Your heart's the only thing that can do that, not your mind. When you get in an imagination, you have a vision in your mind, you can see it. It's like an image. For example, this video, I saw it in my mind, but I felt it in my heart first. And that's where the inspiration to share this information came from. It was universe, source, God moving me, pushing me into taking the action. And that's why I said, nobody has me sitting here. No one's forcing me to do this. I am being called to do it. And that's why I sit here with an itchy butt on a bench to make the damn video. But these neurons, they tune to what is true right now, the present moment, not what is familiar and safe. So when you get that rush, that surge of knowing, that unexplainable clarity where you could see it so clear. That is not just your brain lighting up. It's your whole system aligning. And that is resonance. That is coherence. That is you choosing without fear. Of course, there's always fear. There's always me. Oh man, are people gonna get this? Are there just even now with my butt being itchy? I'm just gonna put that out there because, I'm like, oh, I can edit it out, but like I don't do that. That's part of what my content is it's just real and it's raw, and there's very very minimal editing for a reason because that's coherence. It doesn't matter if you listen to one of my songs under DJ Truthfully, or if you watch one of my music videos, or if you pay attention to my threads, or if you're watching my YouTube videos, or if you see me in a conference or at a retreat or wherever it is that I'm the same person. My message is exactly the same. And that message is that you are limitless. And the only limits that you have are the limits you put on yourself. But most of what you believe is not because you chose to believe it. It's because you've been indoctrinated, you've been subjugated, you've been manipulated into believing those things, not because they're your own. I mean, I know you felt it when you said, I choose this, whatever that may be. Maybe you're writing a book, but there was a moment that you knew, I choose this no matter what. No one's going to stop me. No one's watching you. Nobody's making you. And still, you're here, alive, doing the thing. Some people are fighting for land in Hawaii. I know that because I had a video with an individual who was doing that. And it's not because she's being forced to do it. She could throw up her hands. She could give in. She could just, no one's paying her. No one's giving her anything extra to do it. But she already said, I choose this no matter what. And that's what truth does. And that's what truth does. It finds its vessel. And the ones brave enough to speak it, I believe they change the world. Speaking truth is hard because you first have to come to terms with your own beliefs. And it does something to you when you have to look in the mirror and say, wow, I really don't actually know who I'm looking at. And when you choose like that, that is not performance. That is presence. Presence is the key to everything. Because when you don't act out of obligation and when you don't act out of fear, but you move from what feels real inside of you, that's when your nervous system relaxes. That is when your energy comes back online. That's when life starts to flow again. Now, just there's no water in here, but if there was, you would see it flowing out of the cup and you would see a stream of it just flowing. And so maybe you can imagine that flow like water. So let's talk a little bit about how you create from coherence. Now that I hope that you understand what coherence really is, which is essentially just whatever you do. For instance, you see people online, they're giving gifts away or money or whatever the case may be, but only when the camera's on them. Otherwise, no, they're not. Okay. And that's just the truth. And there have been people who have been caught doing that, acting like they're helping the earth and picking up the beach and stuff, and then putting it in and videoing it all and then leaving the shit there. That's facts. Look it up if you don't believe me. And you should question everything I say anyways. You should never just blindly follow what I say, because that defeats the whole purpose. I'm here to speak the truth so that you have your autonomy, not just from me, but from anyone and everything keeping you from your full potential. So here's the model that I believe is going to change everything for you, okay? You're going to let the brain gather the data, all right? You're going to let the heart decide what is true, and then you're going to allow the body to move from alignment. And what that really means is, again, just like this video, I had to move from alignment. I had to move from knowing that nobody may ever watch this video, but that's okay. Because what I do know is that I'm in alignment with sharing the truth. And what you're receiving right now is not something for me to receive validations or for you to just affirm me in my own beliefs. It's a signal. It's a transmission of something that is real, something that is simply the truth. And it'll be realized. You yourself will have aha moments watching my videos, because that is truth being realized. That is your heart opening. That is your mind expanding. And that's why I believe that this model is so expansive for the awakening that is happening in consciousness. And this is not a concept. This is a daily practice. And the more that you live this way, the more that you will recognize when your signal is true and when you're just replaying loops from before. Fuck, they came back. We'll get rid of them. So if you feel the call to move without needing to reason, or even a reason at all, to trust that jolt of clarity, because you're only going to get better the more you do it. The promptings of your soul, God's voice, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it is speaking to you. You are not separate from it. It starts within. And if you feel like you've been just wanting to act on what feels right, even if it doesn't even freaking make sense yet, you're not being reckless. I promise. You are becoming coherent. And this isn't a strategy. It is your natural state. Authenticity. Most people don't know. Coherence is ultimate authenticity. Be you now, always. Do not wear a mask in front of your boss. Do not wear a mask in front of your spouse or your children or your friend or your dudes or the gentleman in the gym. Be you now, always, right now. The way I'm speaking to you now, the way that I'm trying to give you not just information, but genuine help in a world that is just so diluted, speaking so loudly with lies. I'm the same now as I was just at lunch eating my food, pho, pho, is that what it's called? Having a conversation with my server about kind of the same things. Coherence. This is where truth lives. This is how alignment moves. And more importantly, this is how you remember who you are. So I hope you found value in this video today. If you did, please share it with someone else who may need to hear this. And thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. Thank you so much for attuning yourself to truth. If you are here and if this did resonate with you, then I would like to say welcome to the new earth, because the new earth is not a place, it is a frequency, and it is in the becoming. But even more than it being in the becoming, it is about the being now, because now is all there ever is. When you get to that future place and you think you've reached you think you've reached a destiny, you haven't. You will want more, and you should want more, because we are infinite potential and we are creators from that place. And the new earth takes two things: speaking the truth from coherence. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you so, so very much. And as always, namaste to you. Aloha, live life, give life. And my soul recognizes your soul. Thank you so much for being here.